Yeah, welcome back to the Firehouse, see? For some more Firehouse teachings. Tonight I and I will be teaching on Rastafari, yeah? Because that is the one that is coming. You know, when I was saying that sometime a forest need burning down and for the forest to spring again. Well, this is what is coming. Obviously, because like I said before, things here on earth need sweeping away. And then when that gets swept away, we need a new way. And this new way will be the way of Rastafari. So tonight I've always been teaching under the teaching of Rastafari still. But tonight I will be explaining a bit more how come I am the teacher of Rastafari, if you know what I mean. Because to be a, like I said before, to be a teacher, a real serious teacher I'm on about, you know. Not even a teacher, like a soldier then. A fighter, warrior of Rastafari. One have to reach the 9th level. So my teaching is from the 9th level, not from the 7th. Like I've reminded people before, or even the 5th, or even the 3rd. But from the 9th. And from the 9th now, you see, this is where you see things clearly from the 9th level of teaching. You understand what I mean? And to reach this 9th level of teaching, you can't have any teacher. You can't be in any secret society. You know, like somebody initiate you into some secret order, you know, some mystery school, you know. No, I is not in any mystery school, nor have I ever been in any mystery school. You understand? I am not taught by anyone in any mystery school or anyone in any secret society or any human being at all. I am taught by Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful God. Like I'm telling you, the one that dwell within. Better known to you or more suitable for you, I say, if you use the name conscience, then you'll be able to relate the one more to yourself. Because that's who the one is. I am just referring to the one under the new name then, you know. Like we spring forward, we say as Rasta. You know. So I am here to reveal the true teachings of Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful overlord, I call that one, secret dweller within all human beings. You understand? That is the way that is coming. Now you have been living away from that one. Because obviously, like I tell you before, if you was living under the laws of that one, you wouldn't find the situation that you're living under now on earth. You know what I mean? And the reason why you're living away from that one, obviously you do not know that one. Because here is a world of positive and negative. And negative have been confusing your mind. And dividing you. Having you living as separate beings, like I repeat all the time. Without knowing who you are. Or without knowing who the one is. So therefore no one, well I wouldn't say no one, the majority of human beings seems to have it fixed in their mind that there is no reality in life. Reality, when I say reality, meaning that there is no meaning apart from the life that you see, that you're living, that you just come here and live and die and that is it. But obviously you would think that if you do not know the ways of the terrible and dreadful God, like I'm trying to tell you, which there is a way of knowing this one. Excuse me. You know, it is no secret. The one is not a secret. You know, and the one is not known by special beings. You know, there is nothing special about knowing the one. It is like breathing fresh air. It is everyone right to know the one. So if it is everyone right to know the one, and everyone do not know the one, you see, there must be a reason why you don't know the one. And the reason why you don't know the one, like I say, is because you are too busy admiring evil. You love negativity too much. And negativity now is the one that lead you to the situation that you find on earth. So it is time for humans to stop admiring evil men. You must be able to recognize evil men, like I tell you, because at the end of the day, the creative energy did all give us a mind. And the purpose of this mind was to understand the difference between positive and negative. So surely you can understand negativity when you see it. Surely if you see a man pushing for war, like I say, dropping bombs here, or agreeing, or is in any establishment where he's agreeing with that man should defend themselves by military might and power, that these are deluded beings. You don't understand. And when you give allegiance to these, like I tell you, because life is eternal, and people have to pay for the wrong that they do. So yes, some of you are not actually going as soldiers, killing people, but you give your support to the system anyway. So you are an accomplice to the crime of the system. Well, I wouldn't even call it system. I prefer like how the Rastaman them say, the shit system. You know, you collaborate with the shit system and support the shit system instead of fighting against what you know in your heart is wrong. You know, like I say, it don't take a genius to see that the organization, and don't just look at your country planetary wise. You know, learn to broaden your horizon. Planetary wise as beings, we are ruled over by devils, I say. Well, you don't like to call them devils, just call them the elite, rich and powerful. Those who create money and have a monopoly on it. And the reason why they create money and have a monopoly on it, so that they can keep the majority of us poor. Now, do you think that is right? Do you think that such a living was ordained by the one? It is a natural state of affair. But yet you accept this natural state of affair. And the soldiers and the police are willingly and gladly brutalizing people to maintain such state of affairs. And they don't, well, they can't know this anyway, because the system tricked them, that they will have to pay for these actions. Because why would you come here and work against the natural law? You know, why would you come here and willingly give your soul and your energies to support a negative system and to help keep your brother in that suppression? Doesn't make no sense at all. And obviously these beings are acting of what I say, out of ignorance. But ignorance is no excuse, because every human being was ignorant at some time. But that doesn't mean you cannot escape the grip of ignorance. So it's no excuse if you go in the house of ignorance and stay in there all your life, because at the end of the day you've got willpower. Ignorance cannot hold you in it or bind you unless you are willing to be ignorant. Maybe you like the benefit that ignorance grant you temporarily, I would say, while you are on earth in it. Yeah, because ignorance have a lot of what I call pleasurable things to grant to the gullible. Yeah, those who love ignorance. Don't worry, man. Ignorance is like honey to some people, man. It's a very entertaining house. So if you want to stay in the house of ignorance, yeah, you stay there, but you ain't going to learn anything in there, are you? Apart from being gluttonous anymore, ignorance. Yeah, you know, fooling up yourself. But the whole idea is to escape ignorance, not to live in ignorance. Because those who live in ignorance will lose their soul in ignorance. You know what I mean? And surely, like I'm telling you, the creative energy never give you a life to live in ignorance. But to understand ignorance and escape ignorance and move on, grow and develop. You know what I mean? So this is what is coming in the new world now. You won't have ignorance. What is coming, you know what I mean? Is a new regime change is coming. You know, like how they call for regime change. Yeah, well, I is calling for a regime change as well. Planetary wise, you know what I mean? Regime change. All these regime need rapidly changing at once. So when we have this regime change then, which we must have regime change, when this regime change come now, we won't have them. There will be no ignorant people going about the planet. No. Beings will learn to live as one and understand oneness. Because that is the law. You know, the law is already, we don't have to write the law. The law operates in the invisible already. You know, like how you are visible and invisible. Well, all you need to do is to grasp the invisible law and live by it. No one don't have to teach it to you. It's already in you. Natural law. So that is what is coming. And those of you who do not want to live by natural law, well, you're going to live on the other side anyway, in the natural law that you love so much. You know, like we say, you can go and reap what you sow. But in this time now, it's a time of what I call waking up. Because don't forget, you know, as a Rasta, serious Rasta we're dealing with, 9th grade level Rasta was saying, I don't just teach those who claim that they are Rasta. But you claim you're Muslim, you're Christian, and even if you are not any of them, Buddhist, Hindu, I is the teacher for all beings. See, because we teach oneness, innit? So, what difference does it make who you are? You are part of the one, aren't you? Have you ever heard any human who's outside of the one? No, man, you cannot be outside of the one. So your little name calling or labeling that you label yourself. Rasta don't bother about label that you put on yourself. Because you're all one. So I am the teacher of the one. You understand? The terrible and dreadful overlord I'm talking about. You know? Like I keep telling people, my master, my educator. You understand what I mean? Is that, like I say, I don't go and study with no man or any beings or any deceased beings anyway, you know. I have never studied with such entities as they would call them. No, man. I have studied under the guidance of Jah. Well, don't call it Jah. No, Sky, you might get, people get a bit funny when you say, oh, Jah. No, I've studied under conscience. Everything that I know. Conscience itself teach me these things. You understand? And I am not interested in any master, any secret society, any group of men. It could be a Chilean group of men, right? And anything that they have to say, anything that they are gathering in their trillions, thinking that they have something secret and I am not interested in them. Interested in no one. I'm just interested in what the master teaches. I. You see what I mean? So I am what I call a first-hand teacher. I don't take into account angels or archangels. And I don't take into account, like I said, God great prophets are his sons and you know, whatever they tell I am not interested in them, innit? Because the one never teach me anything about them. I only hear that is what man was telling me. I am not interested in what man has told me. To that way, some of what man tells me still, you know. But spiritually wise then, you know, I am not interested in what he said. Because a lot of the time he say, no, man is the last prophet. A man born of virgin birth. All kind of things. I'm not interested in that. I am just interested in what is right and correct. So that is what conscience teach at I and I. What is right and correct. So I am the teacher of what is right and correct to all souls. You know? We don't care what you say, what denomination. Just like the Christian would say, in my father's house there is many mansions. Well, Rasta go in all the mansions. Free. I am free to go anywhere. So I am free to teach anyone. Whether they know it or not, what difference does it make? It's just like God is in all human beings, but not all human beings recognize this. But whether you do or not, it doesn't make any difference. So it's just the same way when the fire lion spit the truth to you. Whether you realize it or not, it make no difference. It's a fact. You understand what I mean? Have a drink of water, man. So when I'm speaking as a 9th grade soldier, whether you humans comprehend it or not, make no difference, does it? Well, I personally would love it to make a difference, but I can also see that whether you do or not, make no difference because it is the truth. The truth is the truth. Whether it is comprehended by humans or not, make no difference. You see what I mean? So when I say that I am the teacher of all, whether the human understand it or not, it make no difference, but it is a fact. It is a fact, like I tell any human who come out a woman, that if you disagree with the words that I am saying, you are disagreeing with the one. But because you don't know the one, of course you could contend this. You know? Because you don't know the one. You would have to know the one first. And if you did know the one, then you wouldn't be arguing with I and I. You would be thinking, you would be, in your heart, you would be saying, yes, go on, lion, speak it, because that is the truth. You see what I mean? But anyone at all, any being who move up, boy, and come and argue against the lion, and say, argue a reason, you know, don't accept what I'm telling you. That means you disagree with God, don't you? Yeah, man, you have to. Yeah. That's the truth. How can you argue with the truth? Unless you think I do not know the truth. Well, I have told you who my master is then. So don't you, you don't believe that this master exists. Don't you believe? You must have to be a believer, because I would just know this. But you who are believers, don't you believe that conscience is a teacher? Not only a teacher, but the supreme teacher, master of all. Hey, better believe that. You know? Well, I don't have to believe any such thing. I know that it is. And because it is the one that teach me, no. Because if conscience never teach me, trust me, I wouldn't have any lyrics to fire. How could I? Because when conscience never teach me, I remember before I was 27, I was never this talkative. I never had, what I would say, so much shots to fire. I have never killed so many men before I was 27. As soon as I reach 27 and I meet conscience, I kill enough man. When I say I kill them, I shot them with words, lyrics. I am the killer of souls. Yeah, man. Even if a man hide underground, anyway you hide in the mine, I say I drop a bunker buster lyrics and bust you out of there. No, like how wicked man drop bomb. They drop bomb, you know, I drop. My words are my bombs, are my bullets, and I never fire bullets and miss. Kill boy, like what we say in Jamaica, you know. Them have some dog-heart killer in Jamaica, call themselves dog-heart. Them man they kill all the ants way in your yard when them come for you. Yeah? When it's on the flip side of them is the fire lion. We are killers with words of truth and right. And how do we know this? Because I and I have been taught by the one that dwell within. Not by any little man that I find here on earth, living or previously coming forward out of the mother, like I love to say, you know. No, I wasn't taught by them. They wasn't the one that revealed the terrible and dreadful one to I and I. Because like I tell you, I'm a rebel soul, me, you know. I don't, only Jah himself could teach a man like me, man. Because I haven't got time for people and their idiocy, trust me. I just wouldn't. I'd rather don't. If there's a God, like I say, God would have to reveal himself, and since as he's done that, because Jah must know, so once Jah reveal himself, then you know, so the lion will just get in at the battle then, for what is right and correct. Yeah, man, give my life for that. That's serious business I deal with. I don't joke about. So if I never know the truth, and I don't mean like the half truth, you know, I mean the full truth. There's no way I would bother sitting front of a camera teaching the world. I'm trying to teach them. You know what I mean? Might as well I pretend to be a preacher man and try and earn some money. But I am not trying to earn some money when I am spitting fire. No, man, far from that, man. I is not interested in money, man. I is interested in revealing the truth of who Rastafari is, a terrible and dreadful God that dwell within all human beings, male and female, you know. You know, understand? There is that mean. That is the limit of a boy intelligence, I say. Is in Jah. You can't rise any higher and you can't know any higher. You cannot rise, I would say, to humanity. You cannot rise beyond the 9th level. When you reach the 9th level, right, it's the return of the one, terrible and dreadful one that was in the beginning. Hey, where else you going to go? Like I show you, you can see through numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you try and go any further, you know, the one is coming back. I Rastafari, well, that is the terrible one. But as a Rasta man now, I am the 9th level soldier. Or if you want to call it teacher, call it whatever you want. You know. But you have to go to the, this is why we call it firehouse. Firehouse is really the 9th level. And when you reach the 9th level, it's like you shatter all illusion. See what I mean? Bring back everything to oneness. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So the 9th grade soldier do not deal with separateness, just complete oneness. And that's why he's the teacher of all. Because on the spiritual plane, he's only dealing with oneness, you know, like a one dimension. Where black and white do not exist. If you know what I mean, on a high level. See? So we're coming to reveal the oneness, what is within. You know, you've been living by the outer form instead of the inner. You know, the physical but not the spiritual. You know, you've been deceived by outward religion. But like I'm telling you, all these religions have an inward form, which is different from the outward form. The outward form of religion is hypocrisy. You live correctly, honestly, and you will discover the inward part of all religion. Religion is one. Everything in God's creation is one. Oneness. But it might appear water. But it appear not might, it appear in diverse form, you know, like how men are one and appear as black and white and Chinese, Japanese and them things. So religion is one, but appear in different, you know, Christian this, that, but it's still one. Not one in the physical, but one in the spiritual, if you know what I mean. Just like how we are not one in the physical, but we are one in the spiritual. Different body, same spirit. Same thing with religion. Different body, same spirit within. But only those who live as according to the law can crack open their religion, as I would say. Because you have to live as according to the law. Hey, you're praying to God and you're not living honestly and decently, you know. And knowing that everyone is one, you know. and thinking internationally or galactically for all. You know, you cannot just think for your group. That's what I'm saying. You see, fire general, when we to go to 9th level, then your soul have to be on a different level, I say. You know? You have to love truth a different way and blank everything else out to reach firehouse. So that from firehouse now you can see things clearly. See the oneness. The oneness that is coming, that is, you know. Don't you think it would be nice if this planet was a light planet? Imagine that. I get rid of all the wicked. You know? I don't get rid of them. Retrain them like how you retrain wild animals. But first you have to disarm them. These humans are wild. You know? They've got drunk and greed and evilness, so become intoxicated by great wickedness. So you would have to subdue them differently, you know, and then educate them that, you know, you don't have to be this nasty. You know, there's actually a better way which is more helpful to your soul when the mighty death come for you. You see me? When death come for you, one soul should be at peace, man. You shouldn't be going on the other side as a vicious human being, you know. You should be meeting your death with a smile on your face if you can possibly help it. Not with a frown. Or with doubt and anxiety and, you know, I wonder what if and all these kind of things. Don't be worried about a wonder what if you can hear what I'm saying, human being. Because there is, you know. Life is a continuous flow of movements and energy. No death for you. You are going to wish, like I've said it many times, that you could die. And then you realize, no man, you can't die, man. Life is merciless, man, to the merciless, I say. For those who refuse to change their ways. Like I say, every time I talk, I marvel at the ignorance of human beings. No, seriously, here on earth, no. I marvel at the ignorance. I am a simple man because I am not clever. I can't, like I say, I can't even drive or make none of these machines where the man them have. But these same clever people who are scientists, they even build rocket to go to the moon. Clever man them. And all the great construction they make on the earth. And these same clever people still cannot understand that we are one. I find that absolutely amazing that in the 2012 year, where people, human think that they are advanced. And that, oh yeah, man. They still, in the majority, has not grasped the full idea that we are the same spirit. All of us. One. From the source. That's shocking. That is something what I say to my soul. That is absolutely shocking and amazing. You know what I mean? And then when I'm thinking to myself, and God is in them. God is in every human being. Trust me, you know, God is the highest intelligence. And you are telling me, you know, that from all the time human has been living on the planet. I know a few have grasped the idea, you know, don't get me wrong. But you tell me, from all the centuries and centuries and centuries, coming up into what we call now modern times, the whole of humanity still has not grasped the idea that we are one. Let's say the whole has never grasped it then. But let's just say the more modern of us then. Those with university and colleges and who are responsible for educating the masses. That is not, oneness is not the basis of their education. You are not educating the people in it that you claim to be educating about the oneness of humanity. No. It can't be. Otherwise, surely by now it would have got through to the majority of humanity. If our leaders was preaching oneness, our teachers, our ministers in churches, universities, surely it would have soaked into the head of the majority of us ignorant and gullible human beings by now that we are one. And that if we are one, what is the point of fighting and killing if we are one? What is the point of seeing difference when there is no difference? Unless one was ignorant, of course. Ignorance always see a difference, man. Ignorance is a brethren will see difference in water, man. Throw him in the sea, man, him say a different, man. No water, man. See what I mean? So, but those things are amazing to me. That way, like, as a civilization, we have advanced beyond such idiocy. Have really vicious. I could understand when man maybe never developed fighting all kind of silly war for conquest and all kind of thing in it. But surely by now we should have got over the idea of conquest. I just see Britain testing a new missile from under the sea there. Something called Trident. Who is going to attack? Which country on the planet now is really in war mood to attack each other to get territory? Instead of them thinking of disarming, they're arming up more. Let me show you how mad these beings are. Totally, like they say in Britain, off their heads. You know what I mean? And they're off their head in ignorance, like I'm telling you. As the fire lion. Totally off your head. You don't know what you're doing. Ignorance. God, trust me. It wouldn't be bad, if like what you're doing, right? There wouldn't be any consequences to it. I have another drink. Because if there was no consequences to action, I myself wouldn't mind do a bit of the wickedness myself, you know what I mean, and live a little bit differently still. But because I know for definite that there's consequences to action, I would rather suffer here. So since I've been on this planet then, I haven't owned any of the, anything big here. I've never had anything. And if I did have anything anyway, I just always take it away. So, I have never had anything of value. But surely if I didn't know in my heart, man, say, oh, there's no consequences to action, man. Trust me, man. If I had to kill to get some of what was going on, that's what I would be doing, brethren, because I take things serious. So if I man know that there is no consequences to my action, then I have to go take some of what I want, even if I have to take me and my head stick and bust a boy head. Yeah, and say, give me some of this. But because I know for sure that there is consequences to action, then I can't go on like that. You understand what I mean? It would be better if I have to live suffering here and never have anything. Yeah, man, I would rather do that, man. Rather than live against the law, yeah? Sorry, and this is no joke. Rather than live against the law of God, I would rather live here and suffer and die. And die gladly as well, suffering, you know? Rather than live against the law of the one. I wouldn't like to take those chances. I don't know what happened to you when you live against the law of the terrible and dreadful God, you know. Because I am not God. I am just saying that personally as a fire, I wouldn't like to take those chances. You know? I'd rather live a suffering life, man. Love it, endure forever, you know. Yeah. Rather than take those kind of chances against a foe. But I don't understand anyway. But when you don't know any difference, you don't know any difference. That's what I say. Because before I was 27, I say, I never know the terrible and dreadful God. And I certainly wasn't paying attention or care about God or anything like that before I was 27. You know what I mean? No, man, I never know about the terrible and dreadful God. And I never go about telling anybody anything about that one either. Because I never know. I was living in ignorance. You see what I mean? And when you live in ignorance, you don't know what is going on. But when I even come out of ignorance now, then you know, say it's a different thing. You know, see? When I come out of ignorance now, I cannot go on and talk ignorantly anymore. Because I man is not in ignorance anymore. You see what I mean? So when I was ignorant, like I say, I never know anything about God. I never go about to tell anybody about, oh, terrible and dreadful God, Rastafari, and all this thing, and one dwell within you, and all this matter. No. I was just doing like I say I was doing, just drinking, and I'm gambling and womanizing, and you know, go on my ways. But once now I come into the understanding of who the one was when I was 27, then you know, say I man get serious. Because any time after that now, from that day on now, it's just pure God I deal with, brethren, you know, 24/7. The only time I don't deal with Jaman is when I asleep, and all when me asleep, surely my spirit must be conversing same way with the terrible and dreadful overlord. Because this thing is a 94/7 thing, you know. Not even 24, you know. 94/7. Minutely, hour, daily. Breathe and talk, and just God and God alone we talk about. Well, if you do, well, like I say tonight, we're not talking God. Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful overlord himself. That's all I defend. 24/7. You know, see, because that is the one, that is the way of the one that is coming. The way of oneness. You see, the secret of the one is in oneness, like I repeat, one universe, one earth, one race of people, human beings, and within you all, there is the spirit of the terrible and dreadful one that watcheth all from within. That is the one that you need to know. You don't need to know what the fire lion is saying, you know, or even worry about if what I'm saying is right. Because you might even be hearing me and think, you know, why is he showing off and things. So you don't bother about me. Just listen to what I say. You should know yourself. Live honestly. You know what I mean? So it's not that you're not supposed to be following me. I'm not your leader. Your leader is within you. You need to make a connection with the leader that is within your own self. When I tell you that I am a 9th grade general, then all I am saying is that I am here to point out where you can get this energy from, whatever you want to call it. Or if you would like to reach the 9th grade yourself, you know, if you fancy being a fire general, if you love sufferation and you think that you can endure it, yeah, step in the fire, innit? It's as easy as that. If you are willing to live by what is right no matter what, even if your head was going to get chopped up in the fire, live by that. That's how you get to know what is right and correct. By making a stance against negativity. If you are not willing to make a stance against negativity, you are not going to understand positivity, because you will be living negatively and enjoying it. Because you start off in the field of negativity. So that is where resistance must start. We don't resist the positive. One resists the negative. You know what I mean? So if you want to make a start, you have to start with the negativity. Resistance. You know what I mean? So if one is not willing to resist negativity, then you ain't going to cross the border into positivity, Rasta. You see what I mean? So the fight begins when one make a stance against negativity, either within oneself or outside of oneself. whichever way you want to identify it. You can find negativity in and out, and you must make a stance against it. But are you brave enough, human being, to make a stance against negativity? Because like I say, a lot of human are cowards, innit? So if a lot of men get around an idea, you all agree with this thing and you won't, even if some of you realize it wrong, you're not brave enough to just come out and say it's wrong, innit? Because you're so comfortable in your crowd. But this herd we have living will never set you free. You see what I mean? Like I say, in 2012, I have to hold my head again. It's so amazing to repeat the same thing over and over. But how can people be one, right? And you let them convince you that you are black and white people? No, to my mind then, because I'm a simple man, that boggles my mind. I can't believe it, trust me, that people are so gullible. I can't believe it then. I always tell people in the street, when they meet me, just because they see me look like this, they think say I'm a black man. I say, you're an idiot, man. Your intelligence has not yet arisen. Because even when you see me now talking, your mind will still be convinced that's what I am. It doesn't matter how many times I tell you that I am not what you think I am. And if you think I'm joking, then like I tell you, when I'm dead, go and dig my body a couple months after, say, we're meeting. They won't be eating me though. Just this carriage that I'm riding in. So it's difficult to teach people oneness, because they refuse to come out of their box. Their little group, their little ethnicity, what they put them in, their racial groups. When you are in group, you cannot see oneness. You have to free yourself from groups. You are a spirit. Yeah, like I say, those who cannot wake up or who refuse to wake up. It's like people are leading people, right? But they are leading them over a cliff. Are down into a dark precipice. And I is trying to wake people up, and other people are trying to wake them up. It looks like some will wake up and the majority will just go over the cliff or down in the darkness where they're going. Because they just refuse to hear the call. I could tell you, if a man is I go on the God channel, if they are preaching shit, then, they have lots of followers. People love to listen to these gullible idiots. Tell them the truth and they don't want to know. No one support the truth. You don't hear them rallying around and say, yeah man, Fire Lion man, it's the truth man, and we and everyone, we should live like that, and I will come and fight and tell people to live. No, they're not interested. You're not interested. That's what I'm telling you, like, when you reach the other side, you're going to be very sorry. Because you must think that me speaking the truth is for my benefit. Oh no, it's not for my benefit, it's for your benefit. You are the one who need the medicine. Humanity, you are the one who need the medicine to cure your soul. Or if you want it to cleanse your little dirty mind. You know what I mean? But I can't cleanse your mind. I'm just telling you how you can do it. Are the methods of cleansing the mind. You know what I mean? So that you can see the oneness. Like you're driving a car and rain falling and you have your windscreen wiper. You need to turn your windscreen wiper, Your eyes are clouded up. You cannot see well, You need your wipers switching on, so that you can see the reality of things. Where you're going. Because you don't know where you're going now. You've been led. And you should not be led. You're not a sheep. You're not cattle, you're an individual. You should be knowing where you're going. No one should be leading you. No, man. The responsibility, well, like I'm saying, no matter what man teach man on earth before, who care about that? Fire Lion teaching now is that no man should be leading you. No man is your spiritual guide. You know? I would say, and it's not like a man couldn't reason with a man still. But he shouldn't put himself as the man's spiritual guide. Because the minute he start talking to the man, he'll be directing the man that God is within him. Now, I'm not saying we can't get it together as reason, but we don't get it together and reason and think, oh yeah, this man is my spiritual guide. No, we get it together to reason and know that the true guidance is within us. You know what I mean? And then we share our reasoning with each other so we can clarify it up and make sure we all understand that what we've seen within our own self. Or that we've come to our own independent conclusion that yes, such a thing is right. Not because we've been deceived or we've been forced, but because with our own honesty and our own integrity, we see that such a thing is right and correct. And each man can see this with this because he's got his own integrity as well and everything, and his own honesty. But that doesn't mean he's using them. You know, we have a way of having tools, but doesn't mean that we use the tools. So we all have the qualities within us. Doesn't mean that we've implied these qualities. Some of us have implied the qualities of negativity. Hatred and greed and selfishness, spite and sexual weakness and all that. You know, they've implied their talents into that. They've not implied their talents into love and understanding and justice and truth. You know what I mean? Love of what is right and correct. So, if you are doing that and the next man is doing that, we understand the opposite of things. You understand? You will go and learn how to contribute to the world of negativity. As I say, the world of evil. And the man who do the opposite learn how to contribute to the growth of wisdom and understanding and, you know, how to share. Like I say, you know, the richness, you know. I was even today, I go to the shop and in joke anyway, somebody was saying, oh yeah, you're rich. And I say, yeah man, I'm very rich. I never deny the fact. Instead of saying, no, I'm not rich, I say, yeah, I'm very rich. Because actually I'm rich, man. I am rich that I couldn't calculate my richness. But I haven't got no money still, like I tell you, innit? Yeah, I don't own nothing on this earth. I never have. I own a little building, a blow. My hi-fi is the most expensive thing I've ever owned on earth. You know, $1,700 I pay for it. Pounds, that is in England, you know. That is my most expensive thing. But yet still I'm claiming that I'm one of the richest. But the thing about my richness now, I just love giving it away, man. Yeah, man, love giving it away. Because you don't know what to do with it. I'm anxious to give it away. Because I am a man who don't love richness. You don't understand. Richness doesn't And then you know how richness flex already because we are in this dimension. You have a negative richness and a positive richness. Because that's the dimension that we are in. So richness carry a shadow as well. So the shadow of richness now is when these, I call them idiots, then I call them. Those who have lost their mind or their mental capacity to think right. When they go and gather up a lot of paper and metal and when they say so much of the earth belong to them and they build big building and you know, they say yes man, rich, and a lot of people love doing this. In fact, people pray to people like those. They worship them. They admire them. They think it would be the greatest thing in their life if they could get to be like them. But me now, viewing them, to be like them now to me would be the greatest detriment to my soul. I couldn't think of anything worse than to be that type of a rich man. I ain't joking, you know. Maybe some people sometimes when they hear say, they say, oh, it's just because you haven't got no money. If I have got money, I would love money. If I have money, I spend money, man. No problem with that. But if I haven't got no money, no problem either. But what I'm saying now, rather than be a rich man like that, no man, I would rather, like I said, die suffering man die of starvation or the cruelest of death rather than be a rich man like that. No man, I would rather rich where you don't see that I am even rich, man. I said, Bridget, how come you're rich and you don't have none? When I tell man, some man that I'm rich, man, those man just laugh. You see what I mean? I say, hey Bridget, I say, man, a rich man, Bridget, rich I am. Rich. Well, I never think of myself as a poor man. No man, I just think of, that's why I say I want to give away the richness. Cause you see, but then again, it depends what each of us think richness is. You know what I mean? No doubt the negative man, if I should tell him about my richness, no man, you're an idiot, man. Because at the end of the day, your richness don't seem like it can buy a Ferrari. And the man is right. I couldn't argue with him. Because my richness cannot buy a Ferrari. Or a luxury yacht. Or a nice apartment. You know what I mean? So therefore, my richness couldn't attract any nice ladies as he would see it then. Any fans and admirers. Like he can. I say, hey, brethren, I am jumping in my Ferrari and go on the town, I am the talk of the town, open 2 bottles of pink champagne or yellow champagne, see? And I the talk of the town out there, see me? Yeah, man. And you see my apartment, me have all a swimming pool for my roof. And one in my backyard now, So, yeah. That kind of richness, then one can easily see that richness, and that is very enticing. And I reckon that most people would rather be rich that way. Well, that's what I know. And even those who are not rich that way would do anything to be rich that way. So you have to be a kind of lunatic who wouldn't want to be rich that way. And I am. You know what I mean? I already know, man, I'm a madman. Madman don't think like that, man. Madman think the opposite of that by thinking to himself that that kind of richness is madness. If you know what I mean. That's how madman think, as a madman. I am a madman, right? Here's how madman thinking now. When I see those kind of people who are rich that way, or who are chasing that kind of richness, I says to myself, these people are mad. Totally mad. And when they tell me that a man is a billionaire or something, I say, this man must be mad a billion times. This is a real crazy one now. The richer they are to me, the more crazier they seems to be. But yeah, at the same time, they are well respected within the society. So I must be the real madman now if I wouldn't like to earn some of that respect. But now I say, no. Because I'm a madman, I'm saying, I don't want the respect of any madmen. If you know what I mean. These men are crazy beings, And I wouldn't even like, there is nothing I admire about them. I wouldn't like to be like them. I'd rather like to be a tramp. Live as a tramp. I think tramp is the lowest you can fall to when things are hard on you. You're bad. Well, I would rather live like a tramp and die of leprosy. Die of leprosy than be like somebody. Ain't not so many of them. Maybe a one. Might find a 1 billionaire that's good, I don't know. But if there was a 1 billionaire that was good, I wouldn't mind being like him. But the rest of all of them, I would rather die a tramp and starvation and leprosy all in one. Rather than be like that. No man, I could never ever in the whole of creation, my soul could never ever mingle with what I call wicked people and their ways and their behavior. You know what I mean? My soul could only think of ways and means of getting rid of such evil, such sickness. I think I come in like a doctor. Yes, man, and I'm always in my laboratory looking for a way to cure AIDS, sickness, violence, disease, to cure it. So I man say, oh, the mind of human is sick. Violet full of AIDS. All of them suffering from AIDS. Who is wicked? So looking for the cure for AIDS. So the only cure for AIDS of the mind is for you to link with the living God that is within yourself. I have found the cure. I can cure all the sickness of the mind, man. I know where the antidote for the sickness of human being is. It's right in yourself. Don't run in the bush like I see I run to Mecca, I run all over the place. Jumping in the Ganges, going up mountain, going up. All the miracle is within thy own self. That's where you should be looking. Anyway, I've been rapping for a long time in the fire here now. So here what we're going to do, we're going to cool out and fire out from the firehouse, see? Rastafari, live it.